Welcome fans from theonering.net. This is Cliff Broadway, Quick Beam, online. We're here tonight at Meltdown Comics in Hollywood, California. We're going to talk to Guillermo Del Toro. Come along. Guillermo. Hi, good. Cliff, it's good to meet you. Quick Beam on theonering.net.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It's great to see you.
Yeah.
All the fans on theonering.net want to first acknowledge you for acknowledging us on our 10-year anniversary.
Oh, man, it was a pleasure. I mean, I think, we all, we sneaked Mike Mignola there, Gino, Richard, everybody.
Yeah.
It was such a pleasure. And I think, you grow to love the site, like you grow to love the good communities in the internet. You know, when you find a place where discussion can happen,
Yes.
and it's not agreement. It can be an educated discussion, a strong discussion, but it is really, I love it for that. The fact is, I've said it in writing, but I'm going to repeat it. I am exploding with the desire of just showing everything.
Yeah.
This is the first movie I've been where I become a measured and sophisticated gentleman about just oversharing and being there and being more promiscuous. I have made a vow of celibacy, so to say.
It's hard to put the tape over your mouth and...
It is. For me, it is. I mean, as you can see, I'm as discreet as a burp in a spacesuit. So it's fantastically difficult for me.
That's discreet, all right.
It's incredibly discreet. Who did it?
So when Guillermo came in, did he sit in the corner and start singing about gold?
No, I didn't see that. What is this thing you have on your finger? What is that?
This is my birthday present.
A little ring of power?
It is. It's the one ring of power.
Frodo failed. Ah, she's got it. How come you don't turn invisible when you put it on?
Beauty never fades.
Oh, nice one, nice one. How will you face the challenge of splitting up The Hobbit across 2 movies?
It's actually not as, there is only one place to do it, really. And everybody instinctively knows that place. I mean, I know that everybody knows because it's not about alternatives. There's one place where the narrative comes to a certain conclusion. There is an assertion. There is a moment in which you logically find a moment of repose, if you would, and certain storylines amongst the characters. It's not that they conclude; they evolve enough that you can do it. Now, I cannot say much more, but if anyone can read between the lines, it's you guys. And I think that people keep forgetting that, aside from the main plot, meaning the quest to reach Smaug and the Battle of the 5 Armies, blah blah blah, and the geopolitical situation, which is what is Sauron doing, and what's going to become of Middle Earth, and so on and so forth. Aside from those, there is very strong dynamics amongst the dwarves and Bilbo, and there's many things to be resolved. So I really trust that we're in good shape.
It wouldn't have anything to do with a little round band of gold, would it?
I can't say anything. No, but truly, there's only one logical place. I mean, I think by now I have put enough man hours into reading and trying and discussing. We, with Pete, Fran, and Felipa, we are like the church meeting about in the Council of Trento. I mean, we're arguing about the divinity of Jesus for weeks and weeks. It's like, truly, we go into these councils and we argue back and forth, incredibly articulate, strong, and we come to the same conclusion. It's fun, but it's challenging, it requires you to have your stuff together. You cannot just... there's no winging it there.
No.
There's not like, let's see, you have to do your homework every day, be prepared, and it's fantastic.
Because the material is canon to many people, and there's just no wiggle room for it.
There isn't. I think that at the same time, that's what I would venture becomes liberating, in the sense that there is absolutely no way you're not going to step in somebody's toes.
Yeah.
That's the second truth.
Yeah.
There is no, you could default a line, and you would be offending a group of people. Right. And I think that as long as the variations or the liberties you're taking are, the word adaptation literally means taking something that essentially works in one environment or a context and adapting it, making it transform to function in another environment. So if you take it literally, you understand that you're going to have to change things around. Right. And as long as they are instinctive and they're coming from the right place, you don't have a committee. You don't have a group of studio people telling you there should be a happy ending here and they should never go to see the spiders, or Bjorn is not rating with this age group. And there's none of that. It's purely a group of people that love the book, that are instinctively doing it. So, I mean, it doesn't get more legitimate than that. Now, accurate to please 100% of the people, absolutely impossible, no matter what. It's the old fable of the old man, the young man, and the donkey.
Right.
Right. You're gonna get a second opinion anything you do.
Who's your choice for the voice of the dragon?
I don't know.
If you could pick a voice for Smaug the dragon, who do you think?
Oh God, I don't know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, yeah.
Tim Curry?
Liam Neeson, I don't know, maybe.
Hey, a lot of people have been talking about that.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe how they did with like Brenda Vaccaro, tweak the voice down, make it maybe like a, and kind of maybe like an asexual voice, something like that.
What kind of casting ideas do you have for the voice of the dragon?
Well, obviously the first thing is intelligence. Mm-hmm. I would say you need to have the intelligence, the cunning, the sort of seductiveness.
Yeah.
That you need in that voice, and you need the gravity and the power and so on and so forth. So there's a very narrow list. I think that but nevertheless, some of the names would surprise you. I think that the process of casting the movie is essentially the same.
Yes. And
I've been very, very puritanical, and I'm quite a purist about not, and I've been respected, and it has been truly this way. I said we are not going to go to casting until we finish at least one pass on the screenplays, okay, and we know how the screen Bilbo is and how the screen Thorin is and so forth, because they may be variations on the theme in the book. Yeah. And I think we now we know we're very close to be able to give some news. I'm sorry we're this long, but we do many symposiums about everything. Great. It's really nothing you're going to see in casting or in decisions in the movie has been easy. We've been designing Smaug. We've been designing Smaug for the last 7-8 months, maybe. With
Daniel Falconer and everyone at Weta?
Everybody at Weta, but we have narrowed it to, the way I approach is everybody chips in on the beginning, and then you narrow it down until somebody takes the lead, like in animation. Mm-hmm. So I end up saying, you're going to run with this character, you're going to run with that character. That's the way I've always done it. Good. And we have a lead Smaug guy or a couple of guys, and they've been tortured with calipers. I come and measure the sculpture, and I say, so anything you see in the movie is a very elaborate, deliberate, thought out process of. There's nothing left to accident until there is an accident. As far as experiences go, I think that is one of the best experience I've had.
Thank you, Guillermo Del Toro.
My pleasure, my friend.
And thank you so much. We want to thank Meltdown Comics for all their hospitality tonight. This is the OneRing.net podcast. Thank you guys for joining us as we have Guillermo Del Toro with us tonight exclusively. We'll see you online. Much too hasty. Quick beam.